Good morning. You're watching Much Ado About Something, and I'm Donna. Today I wanted to share with you 10 tips on how to save money on your grocery bill. The first one is to plan your meals. If you shop every week, twice a week, or once a month, plan the meals that you're going to serve. Your go-to lunches. If you're packing a lunch to go to school, or for your children, or for yourself, or for your husband, or your mate, just plan your lunches. Know how many of those you're going to need and make a plan of what you're going to serve. That'll help you when you get to the grocery store if you make a plan and stick to it. Most of us have a grocery budget. We can't just go in the grocery store and get anything we want and it not matter. I mean, you could fill up a cart and it'd be $350 easy. If that's not your grocery budget, then you have to plan to stay in your grocery budget and plan the meals for your family. And when you do that, you'll know what you need to buy. You'll know how much meat you need, how many snacks you need, and what you need. So make a plan, and for the time period that you're before you go get groceries again. And number 2 is try not to go to the grocery store every day. That's been proven to be the most expensive way to buy groceries. You always spend more money when you either get online or go to the grocery store. If you do that every day, that's a guarantee that you're going to spend more money. So try not to go to the grocery store every day. Number 3 is go through the pantry. Check your cabinets. Check the refrigerator. See what you have in there. Get rid of the stuff that you're not going to eat. If you've got canned things in your pantry and your cabinet and you know that your family's never going to eat those, they've been in there for a while and you know that you don't know what to do with them or you don't like them and you're just not going to use them, box those things up and give them to a pantry, to a food bank. Get rid of those things that you're not going to eat. Make sure that, they're not expired, but donate those things and just see what it is that you really need. When you go through your pantry and you go through your cabinets and you go through your refrigerator, you see what you really have there. And sometimes you might find that you don't need a certain item, that you've got 5 of them stacked up in here. And if you're not planning to have a little extra, then that's one thing you can cross off because you've already got a lot and you didn't even realize you had them. Or you go through your cabinet and you'll see things hiding back in here that you forgot you even had. Pull those things out. Incorporate those things into your meal plan and use up what you have. Pull it forward. And number 4 is make a list of what's needed to prepare your meals, your lunches, and your snacks until you get to go shopping again. Your list is very, very important. Your plan's important. Your list is important. If you can make a list, if you know what you need when you go through your cabinets, your refrigerator, and your pantry, and you make that list, you'll know what you need. And if you stick to that list, you won't go over budget. Now, we all know it's hard to stick to a list. I mean, you go to the grocery store and there might be something on sale that you really like and you really use. That's not on the list. You didn't need it, but here it is. 50% of what it usually is, or 30% off. It's such a good deal that you go ahead and make a place for that. Well, that's the flexibility in your list. If you know that there are things that you can really use and they're at a really good deal, and you plan to use those up within your next time between your shopping trip, or they'll last for a little while, that's perfectly okay to buy things that's not on the list under those circumstances. Number 5, compare stores. Find the best prices for what you buy. My sister and her husband, they like to shop at Costco. Donald and I prefer to shop at Sam's because Sam's seems to have more of what we use the most. We also compare prices with Walmart and Aldi And there's a food line close to us, and an Ingles not far away. So we just compare prices. I'm not saying I run to all those stores every week. I don't. But I try to, generally when I go, just look around and see what their prices are and what is the best price on the things that I use. So compare stores and find the best prices for what you buy. And number 6 is compare package sizes. I mean, make the effort to get the most pounds or ounces per price that you can. Those things matter. I mean, if an item's on sale and it's twice as big and it's still a good quality product, make sure you're getting the most for your money in pounds and ounces, depending on what the product is. Number 7 is consider store brands. If you usually buy a more expensive brand, pick up a store brand. Try it to see if you like it. And it can add up to major savings. Sometimes as much as $1 in difference in some products in store brands. Now, not all store brands are equal to name brand products. Some name brands, they're good at what they do. They've been doing it for a long time, and they're really good. There are some things that I have decided I will not buy an off-brand of. And then there's some things that I buy plenty of store brands. So just compare. We'll make sour cream an instance. Say you love Daisy sour cream, and that is a really good sour cream. And that's what you've always used. And you go to the store, and Daisy sour cream is $2.39. But you look, and the store brand is 99 cents. Go ahead and get your Daisy sour cream, but pick up one of those 99-cent sour creams and take it home and compare and see. And if that 99-cent sour cream is just as good as that Daisy sour cream, then why would you spend an extra $1.39 on something just for a name? What you're doing is making that company rich, and you're making yourself less. You're taking your money. That $1.39 could go somewhere else for something else in your budget. So just be open to comparing brands, and be willing to take a store brand or a different brand at a better price. That'll save on your budget. Number 8 is try not to order groceries or stop when you're tired, hungry, or preoccupied. Be a conscious consumer. When you're tired, you won't make the best decisions. It'll be harder to keep up with everything. If you're hungry, you're going to want to buy more. I do. If I'm hungry, my cart will be fuller. That's guaranteed. And if I'm preoccupied, if I'm not paying attention for whatever reason, I'll make poor choices at the grocery store or ordering groceries online. So it's a serious thing. I mean, food takes a large chunk of our budget. Feeding your family, I mean, they need to eat. You need to eat. You have to plan to eat. Planning to go or order groceries when you have the energy and make a conscious effort. Try to do that. Try to do that when you have the time and the energy and the attention to focus on that, and it'll make a difference in what you buy, and it'll make a difference in how you spend. Resist impulse buying. Oh man, this is a big one. This is a big one. Your grocery budget, sometimes you can work things into your grocery budget that's not food, and it's easy to do. Have you ever got up to the checkout and it's like $500 and you're like, oh my gosh, how is it $500? Well, you have to pay attention to what you're spending. If you can add in your head when you go through the grocery store, if you can keep a running tally of what you got in your cart, that makes a big difference. And if you can't do that, take a calculator or even a list, a piece of paper, and you can add up as you go along. Everything you pick up, you add onto your little list. When I was really on a tight budget, that's exactly what I had to do. I had this amount of money to spend and I could not go over it because there was not any more. So, yeah, you better believe I learned to stay right in there. And whatever it took to stay in there, I did. I'm pretty good about adding up what I have in my cart. And I pay attention to the prices. But you, if you can't do that, if that's not something you want to do, take a piece of paper, jot down each item, add them together as you go, so you won't be surprised when you get up to the cart. And the number 9 tip of resist impulse spending, that goes right along with that. That'll help you keep into your budget. It'll help you not overspend. I mean, if you're going through the grocery store, if you don't really need socks for anybody in your family, if they're like not completely out of socks, probably the grocery store is not the best place to buy socks. I would probably get those, somewhere else at a better price. Grocery stores tend to have a high markup on things like that. So if you're impulse buying, you don't realize the price. I mean, and let's talk about products. I mean, look at the Method cleaning products. Aren't they beautiful now? I mean, purple and pink, and I mean, there's just beautiful products. There's just beautiful things when you go to the grocery store. But you have to avoid impulse spending. Stick to your list. Stick to your plan. Know what you're going for. Plan to use up everything you have in your house before you buy more. And know when you go, oh, wow, that looks really good. That smells really great. I love to clean with that. But I'm going to use all that I have before I buy any more. Or I'm going to take the store brand because I know that'll help me stick in my budget. So avoiding the impulse spending at the grocery store, that's a big money saver. And number 10, use what you purchase. If you go out and have an extra meal, say you're going out to eat that night, put that in your meal plan so that you won't, buy more food than you need. And you'll know, oh, we're eating out the Friday night, so I don't have to include that in my meal plan. Use what you have in your pantry, in your cabinets, in your refrigerator. Use it up. Don't buy it and not use it. Do we do that? Do we buy things and not use it? Yes, all of us do that. The less we can do that, the more money we'll save. Buy what you need. And if you plan to buy a little extra to put back, say you want some things in your pantry in case you do go to the grocery store and there's empty shelves, or you do get online to order and there's certain things that are not available. For instance, we always buy extra container of coffee. We have extra coffee because my husband wants to make sure he has enough coffee. I might buy an extra tea to add to my tea cabinet because I want to make sure I have certain teas. It's okay to buy a little extra, but use what you have. And if you get an abundance that you can't use, remember the food bank and just don't throw away your money. Food costs a lot of money. Don't throw it away. That's a very expensive habit. Plan to eat what you have, what you've purchased, and don't throw away your food. Well, I hope these 10 tips helped you today. They've certainly helped me over the years. I hope you have a good day, and like always, until next time.